Hello. Hello. Welcome to Gurl Chat Thursday. And welcome in, everybody. Hi, Hilda. Hi, Unai. Hi, Michael Ann. Let me turn my thing off. Welcome in, everybody. I can't, I've as yet found a way to turn my YouTube off before it starts. So if somebody could tell me that, maybe Kenneth knows. But yeah, I have to wait for it to start. So I don't know. But anyways, need to figure that one out. I'm still learning. So welcome in, everybody. I got people I got awesome girls in my basement. And so I'm going to bring them up. I'm also going to drop the link. Ladies first, please. And we are going to talk about the question I posted. Hey, there's Christina. Christina's still at work, but hi, Christina. Thank you for being here. There's Ed. Hi, Ed. Haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Anthony. Good to have you here. Thank you for being here. First, let's see, who should I bring up first? I'm going to bring up, okay. I'll bring up, here is Amy.
Hey. Hi. How's everyone?
I couldn't decide. But I was going to bring up V or Unai first, and then I'm like, Amy's waving her hands. Okay, I'll bring Amy up first.
No, it wasn't waving my hands. It was more like, I don't know.
Okay. Here's V.
Hello, beautiful
people. And Unai, hi.
Hi, everyone.
So, you guys, I keep thinking about my interesting. I don't know if I really want to talk about my interesting Saturday night in Branson. Right before the meetup ended, and I had three guys at my RV. Not what you're thinking. People, don't go there. Don't go there. Oh, I know you're going to go there. Never mind. Whatever. But one of them asked me a question, and I sort of just avoided the answer. And then I kept thinking, I was like, really, that really was a good question. But I didn't want to be rude. But he asked me a question, and he said, "What kind of man are you looking for, Red?" And me being the smart aleck that I am, I said, "Who says I'm looking for a man?" And then I get the jokes. But no, I'm not. I'm heterosexual. I am.
Did you say you were looking for a puppy? Because that's what I would have said. Innocent.
V, you're so quick with these things. I can't be that quick.
You guys need me as your wing woman. I'm a good wing woman. I'm just saying.
I would have been like,
I'm looking for somebody who's cuddly, very obedient, potty trained.
He's all potty
trained.
Stays beside me. I think that's like a
Hey, Najuma, welcome in.
Hey, Najuma.
Thank you all for being here.
Hi, Kenny.
Kenneth,
hi,
Bill, Hilda. I said hi to everybody before I got started.
Papa Ed is in the house.
Who?
Papa Ed. Crazy Ed, but I call him Papa Ed.
Yes.
Hi, Papa Ed.
Yes, I said hi to Ed. I haven't seen him in a minute. There's John. Hey, John.
Hi, John.
So anyways, who wants to start? Oh, so I I said it so it makes a noise when someone pops in my basement.
So I'm going to tell John that he's asking, is this a ladies' chat? Just say yes or no. So it's more of a ladies' chat on the panel, but anybody's welcome in chat and to watch.
Yes, that sounds good. And Hilda's here. Hi.
Hello.
Sorry I missed your live this morning.
It's okay. I miss you. I just want to give you a hug.
So yeah, on that live, like I said hi, and then I fell back asleep.
I was sleepy.
It's all good. We said hi to you a few times.
I was sleepy.
I watched it today. I watched it earlier today, though, when I was doing something.
I had a house resident famous person in my house.
Oh, there's Tim. Hey, Tim. Hey, Tim.
Hello,
This
Tim.
is the only male on the panel. This is Wolfie. This is the only male allowed on the panel right now.
Sorry I haven't been up to talk or anything. I've had a few issues lately, so I've been in a depression. So
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
no, a friend of mine got hurt overseas, and his mom is not taking it too well because they don't know if he's in recovery right now. They don't know if he's going to survive or not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Prayers.
Oh my God.
Prayers,
He
people.
got shot on the side of the neck, so they don't know
Wow.
yet.
See, people, go hug
Yeah.
your beautiful people around you, because you never know.
Exactly. That's
And I
true.
always tell my friends.
So who wants to start and answer the question? Do you want to start, Yanai, since you already, like, what were the things that brought you and Travis together, do you think?
I wasn't looking for specifications. I stopped doing that for a long time ago.
Yeah, I
But one of my
understand.
requirements was that I wanted somebody who wanted to make memories with me in my case. So yes, he's all for the adventures and the memories and the pictures, and that's what I love about him.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah.
Anything else, I this is my experience, anything else that after that I can get out of him is a plus, it is,
Mm-hmm.
for me it's a bonus. But that was the primary thing. I wanted somebody to make memories with me, to love to make memories with me and my kids. That's it.
Yeah.
Family number one, I agree.
And let's go to somebody else who already has their match. V, how about you?
Mine was very simple. I wanted somebody to understand that I was kind of independent because being an only child, I have step siblings, but I'm still an only child, even if I have step siblings. And I didn't want nobody to be afraid or pitied me because I had gone through cancer. So that was like, it's a hard thing to say, I have allergies to certain perfumes and scents and flowers. And they're like, on a first date, what does the guy bring you? Flowers, puts on the cologne. Like, I'm an enigma and an exception. So it was kind of hard on the dating front. And, and I wanted somebody to be forever. I didn't want to be a Band-Aid for somebody. That's how I described it. So, and I said I wanted somebody who can describe themselves independently with and without me. Because, I always said there's always a possibility that I might be sick again. You never know. So I wanted to have that peace of mind that that person could still be, his own identity with or without me. Yes, we are Stevie, but he's still Steve. Because I've seen, because I got married later in life, and I've seen, some people that I know that married when they were 17, 18, 19. They were together 18 years, and their world just shattered because they're like, it was always them. It was never separate.
Yeah.
So to me, that was important. And, Steve was willing to give it a try, and we're still together. So
That's great.
and I had to move away.
How many years?
4 months. Well, you tell me, how long do you think I am? I'll tell you. I'm in my mid 40s. So
I think-
I could tell you on our 2nd year anniversary at the restaurant, the woman guessed that we had been together for 20 years. So,
Wow.
but that was her guess. But we were
Whoa.
only celebrating our 2-year anniversary.
Wow.
So we were very.
You
I
say
think
it
you
the other
told
day,
me. I think I've heard you say it before, but I can't
Yeah.
remember. I'm thinking like
15.
8,
We
7,
celebrated 9.
9.
The cruise is our 10th year anniversary present to ourselves.
Yeah.
So
So I was
communication
married
was
30
the
years.
key to that.
I was married 30 years and had 5 kids. So we actually split up though. I was telling Amy about this. I don't feel like I should say it out loud, but anyways, but we were together 27 years when we separated. But then the divorce took 4.5 years. So I just say 30. And we also lived in the house together for 2 years after we were separated. So, and it was hard because I totally lost myself in my kids, in my husband, in the church. And so like, I didn't even know who I was anymore. I was like, I don't know.
Because at that point, were you longer married than longer single at that point?
Yes,
That's
exactly.
Yeah.
Like people, hello, Shell. I believe you're new.
Hi, Shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, someone said about, are you going to change your name back? No, my last name, I've had this last name longer than I had my maiden name. I got married at 19 and I was married 30 years. So, and had a great, hey, AJ's here.
Hi,
Hey, AJ. Welcome in. Oh, just dropping in to hit the button, but why? Stay a while and listen. So yeah, so like, no, I'm not going to change my name, and I have a different last name than all my kids, and
I guess.
one of my kids does have a different last name because she got married. And it's kind of funny because, well, no, I can't. I won't say that, but it's something similar to the name. My last name is a story. So like a storybook, which is a great name for a writer, but actually there's so many with my name that it wasn't actually as good a name for a writer as you would think. So I have Redheaded Riding Hood and nobody else has that name. So.
Breaking news, your last name is not writing?
Our hood, our hood, Redheaded Riding Hood.
This is good. Oh, sorry.
Hey, Diane. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. We appreciate y'all. So anyway, what I've been through a lot of a lot of difficult things. So I haven't had I really haven't ever had a healthy relationship, honestly. I had a dysfunctional relationship from the get-go. But hey, we made it last 30 years. Wow. But I've had like a couple of things happen that could make me very cynical. So I had a date rape happen, and then I had a guy that I really fell for that was at my Airbnb who ended up wanting a green card. He was a medical student from Syria. So these things can make you cynical and not very trusting. And then I was celibate for a very long time too. And when I sort of got angry with God, I tried not being celibate, but I didn't even like that. So, yeah, I'd really rather be with someone that that I care about and that cares about me. So the simple short answer to the question for me is I want someone who gives a F and not just wants a
Mhm.
say the word.
You don't want a band-aid solution.
Fill in the blank. So that's the
I
short
understand
answer.
where you're coming from. Been there.
I want someone who I can trust, and
Mhm.
because
Yep.
I don't trust very easily, and I want someone who cares about me. So anyway,
Mhm.
but when I thought about it, I didn't want to answer this person. I was like, no, I was just kind of being sarcastic and um, because I mean it was a good question, but I wasn't gonna answer this person because I was just like, dude, not you. but, um,
But I'm
but
sure
anyway,
also you had to think about it too. It's not something you just pops
yeah,
up in
you
your
just
head
go
like
out.
that.
Hey, what kind
Yeah.
of title?
Like I said, I would have said, I'm looking for a puppy. I'm like,
I got him. I got
single or
him.
not, I would have been like,
Do you
You
see
want
what
to?
Crafty Cat loves it?
Oh yes, that's good. I want someone that is intelligent and stimulates my mind, turns me on. Yes, that's
I agree.
that's a good one.
Steve is a smart one. I agree to that.
Yeah.
I have smart on my, like, I want someone who's smart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to ask you next. You go next.
So for me, I want someone who's kind. Um, they're just overall kind, nice to
Yeah,
everyone. Um,
exactly.
somebody who tries to make me be a better person. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they someone who makes me laugh. They're humorous. They make me laugh. They just find ways to make me laugh. They want to have a good time. Um, and they're not super serious all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's good that they're serious, but other times, like, you have to have that balance.
Yeah.
Um, what else? They're respectful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mm,
that's important.
genuine and caring. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
yeah. No.
Is that a song? We'll have to look that up.
Well, that's a band, so I'm gonna guess it's a song.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a band. So that must be a song, but I don't know it. We will look that up. We will look that up, AJ.
Hi,
Um,
Nash.
My gosh.
hey, Naj. I always leave the chat up so I can look back at the chat and I hope I don't miss anybody. That's why I put it on slow mode too, so I don't miss saying hi to everyone because I try to make sure I say hi to everyone, and also it slows down the trolls if there's any trolls, and also I put it on
I agree,
subscribers.
Julie.
Hey, AJ, I think I know that song. Somebody reach out and touch me. I think that's how it goes. That's all
Yeah.
that's the closest you'll get to me singing. I think
So
that's
Julie says it's hard when you have been single a long time. Yes, and I'm finding
yeah.
because I was with someone very controlling and manipulative that I do like
Mhm.
my independence, and I do like to not be dependent on somebody, like always having to ask somebody for help. And that's really why go so slow with this YouTube, because I get some help from people, but I don't want to be like always like, like Marshall's helped me out and Brandon's helped me out, and
Mhm.
a lot of people have helped me out, but I don't want to be like dependent on any one person. I mean, I appreciate their help, but you know, Brandon helped me with a couple of thumbnails, and then I'm like, really need to learn to do this myself, you know. So, and yeah, and Kenneth helps me with a lot of stuff too. Hey, Jeffrey's here. Hello, Jeffrey.
Hey, Jeffrey.
All right, Hilda, you're next. What kind of person are you looking for?
Oh, let's see. Someone who's honest, be truthful with me, and
That's important.
because I was married before for almost 16 years with my ex-husband, and he lied to me. He cheated on me the whole time we were married. So I want someone who wants to be with me, who's going to be honest, like my kids, and do things with and trust each other and talk things out and just being there for me when I need someone to be there. And who's not demanding, because I've been there. I've dated a few times, but some of these guys were controlling, and I'm not into that. And I tell them I'm more independent because I learned from my dad. He was in the military, and he told us you need to be independent before anything. And if some guy tries to control you, you don't need that. Do things for yourself, not depend on someone, like you said. And I just want someone to be there for me and care about me, who I am, not try to shape me into someone I'm not. Because I've been there too. So it's like I have a hard time trusting as it is because of some of the guys I've dated and my ex-husband.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's my problem.
I am to the point is I have to be there by myself the rest of my life, then so be it. It's just nowadays.
I feel like you kind of have to accept that, and then, but you know, be open-minded at the same time. Exactly. You have to be like, I'm okay on my own. You know, I'm okay on my own. I'm independent. You know, you got this. That's our saying, right?
Yeah.
You got this.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got my magnet that shows me every day on my refrigerator. You got this.
You got this. Yeah. Got it. Who thought we would always bring it back to 3 words, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm working on a cross stitching says you got this.
If you if anybody wants one of these, first look at Family Dollar if you have a Family Dollar near you, because that's where I got it. But if you can't find one, you can PayPal me $5. I think 2 or 5, and your address, and I'll mail you one and some stickers. Some red stickers. But
behind in chat.
Yeah, I was wondering, AJ. I said 2-year. Okay, that y'all catch it was the anniversary of my divorce, right? No, did not catch that. I was about to ask you that, AJ, but I was letting Hilda finish. Yeah, so I got divorced in 2018. Hey, you know what? September. It was kind of funny because next week is my son's birthday. It's almost my divorce anniversary too, AJ, because 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 3 years, 2018, 2019, 2021, 3-year divorce anniversary on my son's birthday, on my son's 28th birthday, which is next Tuesday.
Wow.
Have any of you, okay, question for the panel.
I got divorced in 2005, April the 19th.
Wow, that's in a long time.
Yeah.
Have any of you considered looking outside the U.S., Canada for, I assume that's a soulmate?
I did. Significant other.
Significant other.
I did.
French girl here.
So the green card guy,
I
of course, he was outside of he was from Syria. So I did consider that. Yeah, and I never had before considered even looking outside of my religion. Um, hey, Dan is here. Hey.
Dan!
Yeah,
Hello,
we should not
Daniel.
talk about you. Like all the good men are already taken. Like Tim. Oh,
That's
Tim
true.
here.
That is true. All
Tim's
the
here.
good
Mike.
men are taken.
I will disagree with you, ladies, because I found my man later on in life. So I will disagree.
me too.
So they're not all.
Yeah.
They're not all.
Okay.
I will disagree that it.
A lot
it
of the good guys are taken.
I will also
Chicago
say.
Dan
Well,
and Michael of Michael and Grace and um,
I can't
a lot of
complain of the one I got now. So
I will say it's hard to find, but once you do
Mhm.
find them, you're like, why wait so long?
And I
Why
think,
did it take so long?
and I think the key is not um find it. The word is
yeah
gonna bring it to you. I
Thank you.
wasn't looking for Travis. I wasn't looking for Travis.
hmm
And I say I wasn't going to date somebody else's out of my culture. And guess what? Travis came and I was like, haha, yeah. Everybody was like, where he come from? And I was like, please, don't look at me. And for some reason we click and
hmm
look,
yeah.
almost 4 years later.
He swept you off the
Almost 4 years
feet.
later,
And that's what
my
I feel
anniversary.
like.
No, in November. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Well, look at me.
Okay,
I
Grace has
was.
something to say. Let's read this.
Go ahead.
Seriously, no lie. Before I met Michael, I made a list of pros and cons I wanted in another 50 and put it under my keyboard. In another significant other and put it under my keyboard. A few months later, 10 years ago, Michael walked into my life. Cool. Yeah, I think it's a good thing to think about, but I don't think you should be.
Yeah,
I
restrict
don't
yourself to
know.
the list.
You can't be. Yeah, you can't restrict yourself, and you can't be too. I don't know, obsessive about it, and I don't know. I have mixed feelings about. Of course, I never. Every time I like write off online dating, then I meet another couple that met on online dating. You know,
mhm.
and like the last time I wrote it off, and then my son and his girlfriend seemed so well matched. I really like her, and they seem so awesome together. And they met on a dating app, a different sort of dating app. I forget what it was called though. But anyways, every time I try to write off online dating, and I haven't had any really any luck with it. I haven't really had any maybe luck, but not not anything significant. Um, not any significant relationships from.
But that's the problem of nowadays because a lot of people are like, they are not willing to put the time, the commitment. And that's what I was looking for. I was like, I want the commitment. I even
Yeah,
told my husband, I don't want to get married because so many people I knew when they got married, it just changes the whole thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, your word is your bond. I was like, regardless if it was in church or not, I just wanted the word of the bond. Like Hildy, I said, I was with somebody for 4 years, went through chemo, and was cheated on while I was going through chemo. And I was like,
Mhm.
that was not through thick and thin. So I had the realization that I had to be more stronger to myself. Like I said, I took the time. I did all the work on myself, and I knew what my flaws was. I knew what my assets were. So I was like, positive person. I didn't want, a Danny Downer. Sorry, Danny, but I didn't want a Danny Downer either. So, but like I said, I was dating online, and I said, I'm done with this. I'm like one after another. I was like, come on, is there not one
I have
decent?
a video. I have a video on this channel about that. I'm just like, are you kidding me?
And my brother's like, V, one more try. I said, no, I can't. He's like, one more try, then I'm letting you walk away from the internet dating. And literally that one more try was Steve, because I was like, I'm done. I'm not looking.
Wow.
That's
See, there
it.
you go. Every time I
But
say no.
when I
more.
met Steve 4 months before, I was living across, literally diagonal from him. Literally diagonal. I would come out the door. He could have come out the door, said hello to me. I had to, move away 4 months later, and I was like, and it was like the universe was just saying, now's the time,
Yeah, the timing I feel like is everything. I feel like the timing is everything.
Like on paper, you would have thought she should have been married, 5 kids, 3.2 dogs, 12 picket fences, whatever. But I was like, reality was, hey, I'm not, And
Right.
that's why I said, do not sell yourself short, ladies. Do not sell yourself short, because you are more than a bag of chips. Just remember that.
Yes, exactly. I'm not
Julie,
your snack. I'm not your snack.
Yeah, I'm not a band-aid.
Julie have a question.
Okay. Where is Julie's question? Oh. Yes, I can talk about that. Yeah. Yeah, Julie, I did.
I did too.
And very, that was the most difficult thing I had gone through, and is the reason for why I was angry at God and why I became suicidal in 2019, is because I was out of contact with all of my children. And they were my whole life. And I talked about this a little bit on the Box Fan D video. Maybe later I'll put that link below this video. The song the song was already released, but she did this beautiful video that was filmed, I don't know, in Iceland, but Lauren Daigle did the video for the song, came out right when I was like thinking about like what, it scared me because I started making a plan. I'm just like, I don't have nothing left. I have nothing left. I couldn't find a job. I had got fed up with doing Airbnb. I got a bad review from this girl that was like just so mean. I had no clue she was going to give me a bad review, and then like the year before that, 2018, is when I went through the thing with Muhammad, and I became paranoid after that because I was like, oh my goodness, like he's going to send, because I wrote about him, because like, again, there was like nothing I could do. It was like the situation with the publisher. There was nothing I could really do. I tried to call the police. They said, you call immigration. Immigration doesn't want to know about someone that's trying to marry someone to get a green card. They don't care about that. They want to know about the fake marriages that have already taken place. So like, they don't do anything about that. I called Airbnb. They're like, I think maybe they flagged it. I don't think they really did anything. They tried to appease me, but I was like, he's just going to go and find someone else to trick and try and marry. He's going to go to another Airbnb host and hey, there's Brandon. Hi. Hey, there's Blaine. Hello. So anyways, I was fed up with doing Airbnb. I couldn't find a regular job. I was, low on money. Just everything was like snowballing. And that was when I decided to, I had been mostly celibate for 5 years, except for being date raped, which doesn't count. And then Mohammed, which doesn't really count either. So I would call them thing 1, thing 2, and thing 3. And So that's when I went on what I called my tramp page. It's in my interview with Paula, which is on my channel. So that's when I went through that, and it was just it kind of that I sought help. I sought counseling too. Like when I said it on the interview, I was very careful as to how I said it, and then like Dee and Tanya and I debated on whether to leave that in or not. And Tanya sort of chuckled because Dee said, "It helps to be physical." And Dee was like, you're gonna have 50 men lined up, and I was like, and Tanya was like, well, she said it was over, it was just limited time, guys. Okay, it's over. Sorry. So anyways, that was a cute little discussion Dee and Tanya and I had about my tramp page and whether or not to put that in the video. Anyways, I learned a lot, and that is not me. I learned that is not me, and no, I'd rather. And I said in another video too. I mean, I just can't be anything but honest, you guys.
Exactly.
I can't be anything. I can't be fake. I'm not. That's not me. I can't be fake. And so I said in another video, the best sex was with my ex. Because I loved him. Because I loved him.
Brandon wants to know if he can come up.
It's women only on the panel. Sorry, Brandon. And thank you for your thumbnails. I appreciate it, but I felt like I needed to learn to do them myself. So I don't know. I still might need help though. I still might need help. I need a lot of help actually.
I love what Blaine said, Get Red. I love what Blaine said.
What? We had to keep the guys away from Red. Went out to dinner. What the heck are you talking about? Yeah, and the three guys that came to my RV, I wrote a poem. You guys know. Not to name any names, no. We couldn't go to. We didn't want to wake up Landon. I guess we didn't want to wake up Landon. Then and then when the guys left my RV, you guys, it was like. I think it was a little after 11, and I go in my RV and I have my phone and I'm like, oh my gosh, Kenneth's live. And I go back out there and I'm like, Kenneth's live. Let's go down there to, he's by the campfire at Danny's. Let's go down there. And thankfully, Blaine showed up to save the day because Red was about to walk in the wrong direction and he was way far in the other direction. So Blaine drove us down there. Just kidding.
But your son didn't give you coordinates to where he was? Your son didn't give you coordinate where he was?
No, I never.
You're supposed to tell your mom where you're at all times.
He never told me where he was at, but all I have to do is get on YouTube, and I find out where he's at. Oh, he's at Georgie's. Oh, he's at Danny's. Oh, he's at. There he is. He's live somewhere.
Blaine, we knew you were joking.
I have a son that texts on me every time I go somewhere. My son checks on me every time I go somewhere.
Oh, that's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm in contact with 3 of my kids now, but not in like constant contact. Like they don't know what I'm doing like every day, but
well,
like I just
my
talked to my youngest son, and they know I'm in Illinois right now.
Well, my son lives here with me, and my daughter's up in Indiana. She doesn't talk to me much because she believes all the lies that her dad told her about our marriage. So
Yeah,
we don't talk much.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I was the villain for my daughter, for my oldest one.
Yeah,
I am.
That's the way it was.
She couldn't see that And I learned this with her. So I was trying to protect her from what I was going through with her dad.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And I think that is a mistake that we make,
Yeah.
um, because we try to not put them around what is going we are going through with their parents, with their dads, you know.
Yeah.
So for the longest time, I was trying to protect that um, relationship between her and her dad without telling her that I was going through a lot with him. So I got divorced, and I still thinking that, uh, and at this point, I'm still not talking bad about neither her dad or the other two dad.
Hmm.
But I think we make a mistake on trying to hide what we are going through to them. Why?
Mhm.
Because when we got divorced, but that's not the dad that you were talking about. That's not daddy what the dad, and it's not because we're trying to protect them. And then
Hmm.
that
Mhm.
flips us, that hits us in the face as a mother, you know. And with my other two kids, I was trying to be honest from the beginning. And it is hard, but I told them he disappeared. He didn't. He didn't want to do nothing with you know. So I learned that the more that we try to hide the other person behavior is worse for us,
Mhm.
because those things
Hmm.
happens. No,
Yeah.
I grew up watching other person. It's not the person that you are talking about. Of course not, because we try to protect you so you don't get hurt in the process.
Mhm.
So for the
Yep.
longest time, I was the villain for my daughter. She
Mhm.
wanted to marry back to her dad. I'm like, no, I'm not
Yeah.
going back over there.
Yeah.
And she
And it's that
wasn't.
way with daughters. I feel like it's sometimes that way with. I think my daughters had a harder time.
Hmm.
But also my oldest son had some issues too going on, so that just it was complicated. And
I think I think we have to be honest and be clear of what we are going through to our kids
Mhm.
Yep.
yeah,
from the
that's good.
beginning. It doesn't matter what. We have to be honest, because if we try to hide what we are going through, and we're trying to make this perfect parent, it's gonna be harsh on them if they find out after everything that
Hmm.
that person they respect and they love, and they are um able to do something bad. So I learned that with my kids. I'm not hiding what they do or what they did, and
Well, my
that's
my
how it
kids
should
knew.
be.
My kids knew because they would peek around the corner to see what was going on. That's the way they were. But my daughter always knew because her dad would tell her everything, and because she's the oldest, and she's seen everything he did. But her memory, she doesn't want to remember a lot of the bad stuff her dad did. So she blames me for everything.
And
And
unfortunately,
my son tells her, "You don't remember this or this or this." We were both there when he did that to mom and us. He didn't want to do things with us. He'd rather go with one of his girlfriends at the time. He didn't want to do anything. And when we were married, it was like every chance he got, he said, "Oh, my buddies want me to go do this. My buddies want me to go do that." And their buddies would tell me, "Did you know he's cheating on you?" And I said, "Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time because I've seen it. We would go somewhere and there he would be with some lady." And then my daughter blamed me for all that. She goes, "Well, you made him unhappy, so now he's doing this and this and this." And
no.
I'm like, it's not my fault. He was cheating on me before we got together while we were dating. He was cheating on me when he was in Hawaii, and we were still here stateside, but right after you were born. And I said, no, you can't blame this on me because I wasn't around when it started. And then when we had our own house in Indiana, it got worse. And he decided, well, she doesn't want me. I can go cheat. And him and like Fred said, the kids and him were my life. That's all I did was take care of them and do things for them. I forgot about me. I got lost in everything else. And it's like I'm slowly getting my life back together, but I have my ups and downs still. And what you were saying, Red, about one of your dates, I have never told a soul, not even my parents when I was younger. I got raped when I was younger. And to this day, I feel like it was my fault
I'm
because I might
sorry
have
that
did
happened to you.
something. I thought I did something or
I
said
thought it was my
something.
fault at first too. Because I went to his house, so I was stupid. I
Yeah.
never would have done that before, but I was just lonely, and I had talked to him and told him that I wasn't going. He said we were going to watch a movie, and conveniently his DVD player did not work. I
Yeah.
was tired. I drove around all day. I used to go visit my sons uh, on the every month and bring them a bunch of food and take them to eat too. I used to go visit them at college, and I had drove up to Athens from Warner Robins, which was 2 hours. And well, no, first I went to Atlanta. I was visiting a church in Atlanta because I found this woman pastor that's up there. She's really good. Um, I can't think of her name right now. Kim, Real Talk Kim, I think her name is. But
Yeah.
she's in Atlanta, and I started going to her church, and I had drove to it. So I drove to Atlanta, drove to Athens to bring my son's food and eat with my sons, and then drove back to Warner Robins, and then to Valdosta, where this guy lived. And I brought my dog with me too. Like my dog was going to help. My dog was 11 pounds, a little mixed Maltese. She was adorable. Um, hey, New Vision
And what's so
Residential.
bad is I even got raped by a family member. And the only person in my whole family believed me was my younger sister. That was it. My
Mm,
mother didn't even believe me.
Can I
that's
ask a personal question?
Yes,
Did
ma'am.
she believe you because it had happened to her, or did she just believe you because you're?
that's what my thoughts were.
Because that was my automatic first gut wrench thought.
She didn't believe me because a lot of people don't know this. I'm a slow learner, and people think people with disabilities make up stories. But I looked my sister straight in the eye and I told her, I said, I would never lie about that because
Mhm.
every day, even now, even after this person passed away, I still feel like why that person did that. They were supposed to protect a child, not harm them.
Thank
Hmm.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when
This
I
guy was
hear
a
stuff
cop
like that,
that did this to me. And that's why, like, I felt like I could trust him, but I couldn't
I
trust
don't
him.
trust half of the police anywhere because to me, a lot of them, no offense to Blue Lane, but a lot of them, they don't be honest with you. That's why I don't trust them.
Well, there's bad people and good people in every profession, I
Mhm.
feel like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Um, Maybe more politicians, I don't know. But
Oh, I don't trust politicians. They make up stories. Too many.
I don't know. Hey, Charlie Grace. That's my favorite friend. That's Fat Man Nice saying now.
Hey, Charlie Grace.
Hey, Charlie Grace.
See, it took me the longest time to tell my ex-husband about me being raped.
I didn't
And
even
the
I didn't
guy I'm
even
engaged to now,
call it a rape
I
at first. I was
yeah.
talking to my neighbor and telling her what happened and telling her that I fell asleep and I went, to bed to go to sleep, and I had all my clothes on and everything,
Mhm.
and I had taken my medicine, so I was sleepy, and I had drove all over the state of Georgia, so I was tired, and he kept waking me up, and at one point I cried because I wanted him to stop because I knew I wasn't ready to do that yet. This was the second man I was ever with in my life because I was with my husband, when I was so young, and he was my first, and we had 5 kids, and I don't have time to get in any trouble. I was busy. So I'm not a cheater. I'm just
Well, I haven't told DJ about it because I'm not ready to tell him yet. Plus, he's still overseas until December.
Oh,
They
you
said
mean
they're
you're
coming home. So they said they're coming home in December. And I said, this is no joke this time, right? He said, no, we are coming home. And I said, okay. And I'm like, I don't know how to tell him
hmm
because it
Well,
still
you'll know
bothers
when the
me.
time is right.
Yeah, because
I always
it
say,
still
speak your
bothers
truth.
me. Hmm.
Speak your truth. They love you for who you are. If not, it's not the right person.
Well, he does love me for who I am. Even when we have disagreements, he talks them out with me. He's more worried about me than himself and
And
his
if
daughter.
you trust him and you say he's not going to judge you, he's just,
No,
I
he
always say,
doesn't.
you know,
He doesn't judge me. Even when I come up with
that's what I'm saying.
stupid things, sometimes I say stupid things to him, and he goes, "Okay, that's fine with me if that's what you want to do." That's what he tells me.
I can relate. It's lost in translation sometimes because I think French and it comes out English, and sometimes the mismatched communication is like backwards. And Steve's like,
Well,
"Were you trying to say something? Because I don't think you said
mhm.
what you wanted to." So,
Oh yeah.
being misunderstood sometimes, totally, totally relate. And I was like, I'm trying to tell you my truth, but it's not coming out right. So,
Oh, when we talk FaceTime or whatever, sometimes the internet over there is bad. And sometimes it comes out to where I said something else, and he goes, "You want to do what?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And he goes, "You said this." And I said, "No, that's not what I said."
yeah.
Or, and it's like, okay.
So I
Because
said,
right now,
oh, go ahead.
he'd rather be here than over there right now because it's getting bad
And
over there.
where is he at right now?
He's between um, Egypt and shoot, I can't remember the name of that other place. It's the Holy Land, um,
Israel.
Israel. He's between that Israel and Egypt, and some of his friends already shipped out. And he goes, "Pretty soon I'll be here, and I won't know nobody because they already went home."
Red, can I ask? I want to say hello to New Vision Residential. I don't know that person's first
Hey,
name. What's your name? Nice meeting you.
they said it was Blake. Is that
Blake?
right?
Like, I must have missed the.
Linda
Hi,
says
Blake.
it's Blake. Is
Sorry, I
it
must have
Blake?
missed it. I'm trying to follow.
So I'm assuming he's military. And thank you all for coming in. Traveling Nate Dog's here. Linda's here. Charlie Grace is here. New Vision
Mhm.
Residential.
What's
I
he
gotta let
saying?
Blue out. I'll be right back. You
Can
guys
I
can
answer? Can I answer Julie's?
Silver,
I'll answer Julie's
silver.
question from a child's point of view because my parents separated when I was young. So I could tell you that my mom never told me the full truth, and she always put down my dad in front of me, and I was like, you don't. And I even told my mom when I was like, I think it was 10 or 11. I said, you know what happened between you and dad is between you and dad, but you have to own your own truth. And I remember I was young and I was like, I went to spend 6 months with my grandparents when my parents were separating because it was that bad. So, and I always say, I was like, it's not that I resented my mom, but I resented how she was talking about my dad because I was so young. Like when I got older, I got to ask my dad the questions, and this is how I came up to. There's always his side, her side, and the in between side, which is pretty much what happened. So I'm like, so I got to find out what happened, and I was like, I moved to live in the era of my dad. I moved 6 hours away from my mom to move in the era of my dad, and I'm glad I did because I got to know the dad that I remembered but never had a chance to see. Because my mom, she didn't want me to spend time with my dad. So, and to me, that
To
was
his question, to this person's question, yes, he's in the military to answer your question.
I grew up, I brought my kids up to be respectful of their dad, and I didn't talk bad about their dad, and I mean, I tried not to. I didn't always succeed at that, but it was hard. So I think my oldest two especially felt like, like I was a liar, because now I was just like, he's not really who I was portraying him.
I
But they
always
could
tell
see how he was too.
Yeah, I always told my kids, love your father no matter what. And when I tell that to my kid, my son, he's the one who talks bad about his dad because he don't trust him anymore because he's lied to him so much. And he's never been honest with him. Except one time when we had our house in Plainfield, Indiana, he told, in front of my son, told my daughter he loved her more than him. And me, I went off. And I said, you don't ever say that to both of your kids because that is not right. You love them equally.
Michael Ann is here.
Michael Lynn is here.
Hi, Michael Ann.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi, Michael Ann.
Hello.
Did you bring us supper?
So how long did you say his tour was, Hilda?
Until December. He's been there.
That's a short tour.
He's been there almost 4 years.
Wow.
Off and on. Because he was supposed to have been home 6 months ago.
So his tour got extended?
It. Yeah, it got extended because of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Because he was supposed to have been home for Christmas last year, but it got extended because of everything that's happening right now.
Yeah. Understandable.
I just miss him and wish he was home.
I totally could see why. Like that's a long time to be apart, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I met him online.
See?
And we did FaceTime. We went out when he was here, before he had to go do all this. And he is the sweetest man in the world, to me. And he's got a daughter that's getting ready to turn 8 this year, on the 16th of this month.
There we go.
Her mom died in a car accident, and he's been by himself for quite a while, except for his mom. His mom's taking care of her right now.
That must be tough, though.
It is. Right now, she's mad at him because he's not going to be home for her birthday.
She's a child. She has every right.
Oh, yeah, the things that she tells him. And then I remember those with my kids.
Especially that he
And
has
that
to be Mr. Mom and Mrs. Mr.
Yeah.
Mom and Mr. You know what I'm saying? Like that's even doubly, you know.
Yeah.
But I always say sometimes the profession chooses you before you choose the profession. So
Well, he
I
was in the
totally,
army already. He was away the first time in Iraq
mhm.
when she got killed in the car accident. And Laura was 2.5 years old.
Mm.
Good.
And she's the sweetest thing.
Good.
Uh-oh,
Oh,
what
what?
did I do? I did something. My phone just went. If I go off, oh, it came back.
Blue just wants to go in and out and in and out. There goes the church bells.
That's the nice thing about my
He thinks he's
cat
a person. He wants to open that door.
is they're terrified of outside and they're very comfortable indoors.
Yeah, but he said like he barks at me like this, and then I'll go over there and open the
He's
door,
one
and
of
he'll
those
stand there.
little things like that.
I
I
had a
was like,
cat
I
like
thought
that
you
when
wanted
I
to
was
go.
You just,
younger.
Red, you need to
Okay, I
record the sound of
froze.
the screen door opening. Put you in the basement.
I'm
We'll
going to have to
let you
pop
figure it
off
out.
for a second
Okay.
because I
What,
just
Blue?
froze.
What? Come over here and say hi, Blue. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Say hi,
Michael
Blue.
Ian, where's yours at?
Upstairs. I'm down in the living room.
Ah,
Yeah, you're a good
Give me a
boy.
minute.
Yeah, you're a
He's
good
got a
boy.
mohawk today. He got a mohawk today.
I'll be.
where's
Yeah,
your cat taking
Okay, I'm going to
pictures?
have to
How
disappear for a
long?
few.
Sharon. Oh, there
My
you go.
phone just froze.
I'll just
It's too
see
hot.
you.
Hi, Sharon.
Here, I'll leave over here.
And New Horizon, is it your message that is suddenly hidden or everybody's? Because I see them all.
I see them all too. I see them all too. I don't know.
He did it again. I went over there and opened the door, and he doesn't go out. I guess he's just bored.
He's trying to give you exercise.
I guess so.
Blue is a built-in diet. Go up and down.
We're good. Hey, She Devil Adventures, you popped in here when I wasn't looking. Welcome.
Yippee.
So yeah, AJ's military, so he's asking a question of you, Hilda.
Hilda, she's frozen.
Oh, she's frozen, so she can't answer.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So New Vision Residential, Diane makes a good point. It's on slow mode. So you can only post a message every 30 seconds. And if you do it before then, that message will disappear.
Yes. So you have to repost. There he is. Look at that.
Aw.
Look at that. Look at those beautiful creatures.
Goes again. Lil, stop it.
Blue, stop
I'm
it.
not getting up again. I am not. I think it's if he sees a squirrel, and then I get it. By the time I get over there, the squirrel's gone. He's like, never mind.
What do you look at?
He was
The dog's in here looking at me like, what the hell is that?
So I have a question. If you leave the patio door open but the screen door closed so he can still smell, will he go through it?
He'll probably make a hole
I
in it.
froze.
You don't use
So, and I can hear y'all still.
Hilda's still frozen. Sorry,
Yeah,
you sound
she's still
robotic,
frozen.
girl.
So, how long can I go on for?
We usually go for 2 hours.
One more
Oh, okay.
One more hour because
got another
today
hour,
actually
you guys.
Shirley Grace is gonna go after
Yeah.
us.
Okay, Cool. Awesome. We'll do a raid then. There he goes again. No, stop it. Stop it. I got bubbles.
He needs a bone.
You
Give him a big bone, he'll start chewing.
Oh, I give him his bone. That's a good idea. That's a good
You're
idea.
welcome. It's like a kid. He needs a teething ring. Just give him a big something.
Teething ring. It's right
Get a
here.
pacifier.
It's right here.
Oh, look at that. Look, it's perfect. There you go. Keep the dog busy. Ladies, I'm going to go get a little something to eat
He
because I'm a
dropped it
little
on the floor. He's like, no, I don't want that. Say hi, Blue.
Hi, Blue.
Hey, Blue.
Say hi.
Hey, Blue.
Do you want to do
I don't care
bubbles?
about
Blue?
them. I want the bone.
He's like, bubbles.
I gave him
Bubbles.
the bone. He just dropped it.
Bubbles. Okay, I'll do bubbles.
He's scared of the bubbles.
He's scared of the bubbles. That's hilarious.
No,
Are they? Did you know that they have like bubbles for dogs?
What do they taste like?
The ones
Chicken
that
liver?
Nate had were peanut butter, or supposed to be peanut butter. I don't know if he ever tasted them to see if they did taste like peanut butter.
These are just
That's
regular
interesting. I had no clue. Why don't they do that for kids? Get them bubblegum flavored. Come on. People, I need to
probably
invent
do
that.
that.
Patent that right now for
Yes,
me.
you do. Yes, you do. I got a lemon pepper.
I'll
cake.
promote that. I'll be the spokesperson for that one. Wherever he goes, bubbles will follow.
The last week we went to the World Festival, and we sit down, and behind us were these two little kids that were playing with a bubble. It's like a bubble gun.
Oh yeah.
I have one of those.
And Travis was looking at me like, "Oh my!" I'm like, "After this, you don't need to shower. You already showered. You already clean up. All the bubbles were all around us."
Mm-hmm.
I would have left. I could have not stood that.
His face was awesome because he looked at me like, "Okay, let's go." I'm like, "Okay, let's go."
I'm with Travis. No, I can't sit with the bubbles. How scary. It's like you and I, we've passed that stage with your kids. I'm so grateful.
I'm like, I don't.
Right, Travis?
I don't
That's probably
mind.
what he was thinking. He was like, thank God.
I don't mind, but I'm already at the point that I can deal with one kid, and it's enough for me for one day, one kid.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing with my kids, it's difficult because they would kind of like, I don't know, play off each other and get together. It was kind of the same as with my family of origin, and I kind of became like the scapegoat, or like, the person we all razz, and it happens to me sometimes, now still. I don't know. It's just like something that, like, oh, she's gonna put up with she's gonna put up with my BS. It's funny. Those are my ex's initials, and no, I don't put up with BS. Just FYI.
That's hilarious.
Just
I
FYI.
don't have BS in my life. I don't
I
need
put
more.
up with the BS.
Right.
You need to put that on a shirt. You need to put up. I do not put up with BS.
I
Put it
thought
on a
about
shirt,
getting.
girl.
I need
No.
to do that shirt.
Yeah. No BS. No more BS allowed.
So,
No.
funny thing about that. So I went to school that its initials were BSHS. So as seniors, when you write on our car, like all the seniors would write "No more BS" on our cars.
That's funny. That
What
is
does
funny.
the HS stand for?
High school.
High
So
school.
Blue Springs High
School.
School.
Sorry, I have to think. Yeah, because I would have thought BHSH, whatever, would have been like a university or college or something. And I was like, yeah, who would pay to get a diploma from BS? Yeah, I get it.
Actually, I went to a
There he goes
very
again.
good school
No,
system.
stop.
That we were good in academics and athletics. So
Sweet.
Say no to BS. Yeah, it's true. It says no BS.
I'm gonna do one for M21, but in the back, no big time, no BS. And
Yeah.
Travis is you're not gonna wear that over there, you know.
No, no drama.
I mean, it's not. I know I'm the younger in the group, but I have never. I cannot. You know, I cannot do that. I cannot. I don't like the drama. Why you
Mhm.
no,
have
I
to
don't
live
like
your
drama
life
either.
in the drama? You know. And so many
I-
people want to do that thing,
Whoa.
and it doesn't matter the age, but you know.
Shut. Oh, no.
But you have to also think of today's times, how people have been like having time to self-center a little bit more. Because they're not as socially out there, so they're more self-centered a bit more. Not that I'm saying everybody is, but we've just had all the time to care about ourselves a little bit more. And
I don't know. I just in a stage that I wanted so easy. You know,
Peace.
I want the easy part. You know, I want relax. I want
Peace.
everything goes with the flow. You know, and if people want to be around me. You have to understand that I want to be to the go with the flow. You know,
Mhm.
I don't want to fight. I don't want. I already fight enough when I have my divorce, and I don't want to do
Yeah,
that no more. You know,
exactly.
I
yeah,
fought so hard for my kids already, and no, I don't want that no more. I want to be
mhm.
happy. I want to enjoy what I'm doing. I want to enjoy my kids. You know,
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
and
It's funny you say that.
even I told my daughter, if you want the drama, that's on you. You keep the drama, and she's no, mommy, I don't want the drama. But so start listening, and you know,
Follow
so
my
I'm in the
direction.
point, and I talked to her like Travis at the beginning. He said that you talk to her like she is like somebody else. Yeah, I have to talk to her because she thinks it, I'm her mom, and if I talk to her like I'm the mom, she gonna keep giving me BS. So I'm talking to her like she's somebody else, and she understand that she have to like snap out of the shit and get.
What,
But
all of a sudden you
yeah,
start calling her Monica? And she goes, oh, is that what you do? Like, what's the trick? That's what the girls want to know. And the gents in here, we all want to know what's the trick.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
talk
know
to
that
her
there's a
like
cure.
I don't talk to her with the cuddles. Oh,
Yeah,
you need to understand. I'm rough when I talk to
yeah.
them. When I feel the need that I have to be open and rough, I'm open enough and rough. And if I'm doing it in Spanish,
Uh-oh.
I totally get it. French mom, totally get it.
everything is gonna come out of my mouth. And at the beginning, Travis, you see Travis nervous, like, oh, what is happening? Because I don't understand what is happening right now. But I
It's
think
true.
that she finally understands that I'm not up
Yeah,
to the BS no more. So she get into the rhythm, and now I see
yeah.
her going with the flow and snapping out of that. So, and I'm doing the same with the two others, I have to be rough. I have to be rough and clear. I don't like the cuddles. I don't like I feel like if you keep cuddling them, they're gonna keep like, oh, mommy's gonna
Yeah.
cuddle me, and I can do whatever I want. No,
Yeah. I
so
spoiled mine.
I
That
don't do
was my
that.
mistake. My kids, and especially my oldest two, were really spoiled. And, um, you know, they kind of just expect that now. And
Mm-hmm.
it's sad because, and it's like, it's my fault. I feel like it's my fault. And also, yeah, I just, uh, and they're all grown. And so what I've had to do with my kids, and it's different, and each kid is so different, really.
Yes,
Um,
it is.
each child is so different. So you know, they're so different. I mean, they're both from the same me and my ex, the same mom, same dad, but they're all so different. You
Yeah,
know, they
they
may
are.
look
Well,
kind of alike, they're
look
all so
at
different. I've had to let them go. I've had to let them go and be like, they're grown, and it's the same thing, like, because I've had a tendency to chase after men too, that I like, or I'm crushing on a lot, and some of you have witnessed this, and it's the same thing. It's like, wait, you're supposed to let them go. If they're gonna, if they want, they're gonna come, back to you. They're gonna, if it's meant to be, they're gonna come back to you, and your kids are gonna never forget you. You raise them, you love them, you you know they know, they gotta know, they're not stupid, that I love them, and you know I have to wait for them to come around, and I can't be chasing after their love and affection and be groveling, because that's not going to work.
no, but you talking about how your kids are all different and they've had, they both came from you and your ex. But look at those families that have like the quintuplets. They have
Hmm.
5 kids the exact same age, who've been through the
Yeah,
exact same thing, have the same things, and they're all different. Like those
yeah,
Different.
personalities
Yeah.
of those kids are
exactly.
all different. And so it's
My sons are like, they look alike, like they joke. We were at a wedding of a family friend, and the guy, one of my oldest son's friends was like, "Oh, are you guys brothers?" And it's just like laughing because they look a lot alike. Um, but they're different. Their personalities are different.
Yeah, they
Different as
are.
night and day. Different as night and day. Um,
What I have found in my case with my kids is that consistency, I have been consistent on the way that I talk, that I treat them, that I'm raising them, They know that I'm the same no matter what situation, I'm going to be the same. And no matter where, with who we are, what it matters is us together. So that's one of the things that after I got divorced and I started my relationship with Travis, um, I told them it doesn't matter who I am. You need to respect who whatever is in my side, but it matters that we are stick together. We are a family. People come and go, but we are one family, and that consistency was is the one that I think that give me results. Simple as that. At least in my case.
No,
you have to
definitely.
be consistent with them.
It's too confusing if you're soft one time, then next time
Yep.
the same thing happens and you flip out over it, and then the next time you're kind of mediocre about it. It's like they're going, there's mixed messages here. Is it
Exactly.
okay to do this? Is it not okay to do this?
Exactly. So they know that whatever is happening in my life, that whatever is going around me, I'm gonna be the same no matter what. And I told them you cannot BS me because I know you more better than no one here in this earth. So I know you, and this is what's happening right now. So no, don't BS me either. I'm not gonna BS you, but you don't gonna BS me either. And of course, I'm saying this the nice way because I'm here, but with them, I'm and and Travis is like, okay, and for me, it's have been getting me results in their behavior, even if they are super different, the three of them. um, they know consistency, and I'm gonna be the same no matter what. And no matter who is on my side, I'm gonna be the same person with them, and I'm gonna be the same person with whoever, you know. The thing is, I try to be stay away from other people because it is hard for me to trust. So when I met new people, I go slow, super slow. You know, I can be so sweet and everything, but I'm so slow into the getting into and I still struggling with Travis. We are 4 years into this relationship and I still slow with him. Um every day he tell me, yeah, you are so, you don't trust me, blah blah blah. I trust you, but every day is a little bit more and a little bit more. I'm not gonna give you my trust 100% at once. And he needed to understand that from the beginning, and that's what it kept us together. I'm trusting you little by little. I'm the same person no matter what, but this is who I am, you know? So my kids
Mhm.
know that I'm that type of person. No matter what, no matter who, no matter what, no matter where I am, I'm the same person. I'm not fake. I cannot be fake.
Yeah, that's
And
definitely, I
I
can't
have
be fake.
learned if somebody wants to be around me, have to understand if you want me to be your friend, then I do the same with them. I'm your mom. So you need to understand that I'm gonna talk to you straight. We are, this is me. If you don't like it, oh well, this is me. You know. If you want me to be your friend, I'm gonna talk to you and say, hey, this is what I think. This is my opinion, you know? And I lost a lot of friends because of that. Because I cannot be fake, no matter with who I am. And
Mhm.
the last friend that I got, that she was like so into this that I don't understand, I told her, I'm gonna tell you my opinion. I'm not the type of girl who's gonna cuddle and gonna, you know, say what you wanted me to say just because you think you're right. Or no, I got my own opinion. And that's what I do too with my kids, you know. This is my opinion. And this is what I think you're doing wrong.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I do that with Travis too, you know. I don't I'm not more afraid of saying what I think. Simple as that.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Not
stupid.
with my kids,
I
not with
yeah,
my husband, no one, with whoever is around me. I'm not afraid to say I'm thinking this way.
yeah. I'm I've progressed in that a lot. It is hard for me to be fake, and it's hard for people to take, stuff you say when you can't, you know, I'm not even good at lying. Thanks for
No, me
coming in,
neither.
AJ.
Nope, not good at it at all.
And my face is
Um,
gonna tell you everything before I
yeah,
say. My face is gonna
yeah, me
and
too,
Travis
me
has learned
too.
that.
Oh my gosh.
My
Yes.
Travis had learned that the hard way. And sometimes he is like, "Oh my God, what I'm gonna do now?" Well, you
Mhm.
go with the flow with me. Simple.
People, and I hate it that people sometimes it's annoying, and I want to like be like, don't look at me because you're gonna know like exactly how that's funny because it just like a friend just texted me and said, "Are you okay?" I'm okay. I'm okay. Just showing on my face, my feelings. Um, yeah, I do that.
I mean,
Um,
even the other day at work, I was walking through and I've got my mask on. And there was a regular customer who's in there every week. And so he's seen me every week for I've been there a year, you know. And he stopped me on what day was it? Tuesday night. He normally comes in on Tuesdays because he likes the Tuesday night bartender. And he stops me and he goes, "You need to smile." He goes, "Your eyes are telling me that you're not smiling." And I'm like, and just all
Oh,
these
see,
emotions were coming to me. But I'm like, here's a regular customer who's seen me every week and knows that I wasn't having it that at that point on Tuesday. And
yeah.
was trying to tell me I needed to smile. And
Yeah,
all
I know.
I see is this. 'Cause I've got a mask.
Yeah, you can tell by person's eyes. But yeah, I've had a thing like that before. So, and I realized I don't like. It's another thing about. This is my necklace from B Bear. I'm gonna take it off because it keeps hitting the glass table and making a noise. Um, that's how I can't be fake. I don't like it when people say smile, smile, smile. You know, to me that's like fake. I'm like, okay, I'll smile. You know, when people say that to me, I want to go. I'm not gonna be fake. You know, I'm not going to be. So, and also, yeah, along with that
See you,
too
Blaine.
is
Bye, Blaine.
Bye, Blaine.
bye.
Bye.
Thanks for coming in.
Give hugs to Mallory for us.
I love that verse. Thank you, Blaine. Love you. In a brotherly way. He's married, and I'm. So like, I don't like being fake, and that's hello, Romy Nuka, and that's another thing with the BS. I can't BS, and I don't like the drama, and thank you, John. We love you too, John. Um, when the drama comes up and it's like I try to not it's upsetting, but I try not to do tit for tat because I don't think it's right. Someone's gonna I talk to my friends and say this and that and other thing, and I don't tell them what to do, like you know don't go to this person's channel anymore, or don't, I don't tell them what to do. I don't, email people and tell them not to, associate with this person or support this person. I don't do that because
Thank
that's
you.
they're creating the drama. And but I can't be anything but real too. I can't pretend like it's not upsetting to me when it is. And my friends know who I have a problem with. And um but I try not to dwell on it. And when that person went in my spot, I feel on purpose. Some people were like, oh, it was an accident. But one person said that. But it wasn't an accident. I was so tempted then, okay, I'm going to go and step on your live and go on in your spot. And I almost did, but I didn't. And because, I'm not going to stoop to their level, and yeah.
What are you doing over there, V?
Making supper.
Eating.
Do you want to see how red my tomato sauce turned out? See how red that is?
Oh, nice.
Ooh, that
It
was
almost
good.
looks like ketchup red because it's so red.
What I had was this healthy choice meal. It didn't look like on the box though, but it was okay. Pretty good.
I'm having squash, tomatoes, and kielbasa.
Mm.
I'm gonna
Chicken
tell you,
corn
ladies, I was craving rice and I did white rice and that's all I ate. White rice.
I had that for lunch. I couldn't help it.
And Travis is like, are you eating just rice? I'm like, yes, just rice. That's what I'm craving right now.
Rice just made it right. I'm just saying.
Right?
Exactly.
Romy Ruka's having spaghetti.
Kenny, do you want me to put some mustard on here for you? Wait a minute. Kenny, I can hear Kenny's thoughts. Where is V's mustard?
You can hear his thoughts too.
I can hear
Is that
thoughts
a
too.
biscuit?
Pardon me?
Is that a biscuit?
No, it's kielbasa.
Oh.
Awesome.
Looks like a biscuit here.
It's turkey kielbasa because I went with, the low fat, the more lean.
Mm.
It's delicious. Kenny, I approve this mustard. It's a 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10, this is definitely a 10.
This is definitely a 10. Look, it's even a smiling. It's a smiling 10.
I sliced up some turkey kielbasa for Saturday. For
I like
See,
that.
ramen Ruka was going to make spaghetti, huh? That's the closest I can get to spaghetti.
You don't do pasta, right?
Huh?
You don't do pasta?
I'm trying to cut down my carbs.
Okay.
Like I said, I had rice for lunch. Hello. I had rice, not just.
That's all you can have for carbs.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, but I had a bowl of rice, not just a little bit of rice.
That's what I do. Is
You don't
cut
like
down
rice,
on
Amy?
carbs and try to
Oh.
cut
Oh
down
my
on
God.
how much I'm eating.
Rice wrap, rice noodles, just rice. I'll take them all.
Rice with black beans, I like together. Rice with red beans together.
That's what we'll
Rice
like
with
next.
corn together. Rice with bacon and onion. Oh my God, that's my son's favorite. Oh, I love rice.
Yeah, no, that's what I had today.
I love bread.
Rice with black beans and a bit of corn.
Oh
And
my
tomatoes.
goodness.
And tomatoes. I didn't have the bacon though. Oh! I almost had it all.
I almost had it. That's an Adele song. Rolling in the
Hi, Jennifer.
deep. Oh, she here.
Woohoo, Sharon!
Yay.
Woohoo, good news!
What?
Ooh.
Jennifer's in the house!
Yes, then Jennifer's in the house. I sent out your book. Yesterday. I walked to the post office. I sent out John's book. I sent out Water Girl's book.
Jennifer,
So,
I need your address. Email me.
It's on its way. So yes, and good news about your job. Yes, I will send the book out to you as soon as she bought a book. So I appreciate you so much.
Definitely a 10. Nothing can compare to this.
Oh, was it good, really? What kind of
When you're
kielbasa?
roasting tomatoes, or just bring it to the next notch.
Wow. I love tomatoes. I love the tomatoes. I need to get this stuff to make that because I'm in the house for 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, just go buy a whole thing and just do the whole oven full.
I like to put the tomatoes on
And
skewers and do the Victoria's here. Hey,
Victoria.
Hi,
Victoria. I'm going 30 more minutes, so I can drop the link again. Right?
There's a
We're going to
mosquito
2 hours.
here.
Uh-oh. I hate mosquitoes. They eat
I
me
hate
up.
mosquitoes.
At
That
work,
was the thing
I
with the-
think there's a mosquito that lives in the women's restroom. And every once in a while, I'll see it and I'll go try to kill it and it flies away. Like I tried to kill this. I haven't seen it in like a week though. But I was convinced at one point there was a mosquito living in the women's restroom and it never left and nobody could kill it.
It was probably living in the water drain.
Oh my God. You all need to see my beautiful view. I don't know if you see it down there.
Oh, wow.
So jealous.
Is that the water?
Yes. It's the Ohio River.
Wow.
You're so close. You're getting so close to Canada.
And in a week we're gonna be closer.
Victoria May's here. Hi. Hello.
Hi, Victoria.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
All right. Babysitting. I gotta turn the volume down. I don't want to wake him up. He's napping.
Go to sleep, Mateo.
Yeah. He's been having a mood today.
Oh, Hildy's back. Hilda's back.
So what are we talking about?
We are talking about what okay, what well since you already have Kenny, you would say what brought you together? What were you looking for in a significant other, your spouse, when you were searching, or
Oh
what
my God, I couldn't
brought you
even tell
together?
you. I was 17 years old. My
Yeah, that's
hormones,
when I met
my
my
hormones was like going crazy, and he
yeah.
was an absolute fox. And that was the biggest thing. No, I met Kenny. It was a chance meeting. My big brother was going out with a girl that Kenny knew, and so he was coming over to visit. And I was sitting on a mattress in a corner with a book in my face, not talking to nobody, away from everybody else. And he came over and sat down and just started talking to me.
Mhm.
And after a while, he went to my brother and he says, "Can I take your sister out?" And my brother said, "Go buy me a bottle and you can take my sister out." And so he went and he bought my brother a bottle of whatever it was my brother liked, a bottle of peppermint schnapps at the time, which I liked, and whatever he liked. And we all went out, or just me and him went out, and that's how I met Kenny. We stayed together. I was 16, 17, for a couple of years off and on, you know. We were both young, and then we went our own way, and I found out I was pregnant. There was a lot more in that story, but um, we didn't get back together until 1997. So,
Wow.
It was meant to be.
Middle daughter was born in 1996.
my daughter was born in 1984,
Mm-hmm.
3 months
That's a year
after I
later.
turned
Glad to be
18.
born. Glad.
So that's how I met Kenny. But
Mine
it
was
took a
next
lot
door.
of growing up before we could actually. We were meant to be. We just didn't know we were meant to be because we were young, and our hormones were still going, and a lot of life for exploring and experiencing. And so I honestly think that we needed, even though we didn't know it, we were just going with the flow, kind of. We needed that time apart. We needed to experience life, each of us, to learn the lessons that we needed to know to be together again in 1996. And we've been together ever since. So 25 plus years. So we needed it. I mean, it all worked the way it was supposed to work, whether we knew it or wanted it or not. So,
Wow.
Congratulations, Jennifer. Wow, hormones. I think I remember that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Stupid
There's
hormones.
Right? Because even at my age now, they're messing with my head.
No, girl.
mm,
Sometimes I'm already done with kids. What I have to have them, you know?
yeah, well,
you're
my
young.
daughter's 37 years old, and I've got a grandson, 11, and a granddaughter who's 15, and I've never met them.
Aw,
Oh wow.
that's
They live
sweet.
in Joplin, Missouri, and I live in Washington State.
Hey, I've been to Joplin a number of times.
That's where my daughter is.
Okay.
Her name's Tiffany Gustafson. So,
Well, I'm originally from Kansas City, and the where I work, the Joplin store was in the same region as ours, so we would have meetings at the Joplin store every once in a while and stay at the downstream casino right there in Joplin, Oklahoma. And
He was here.
one of my really good friends, he was the managing partner at that store for a little bit. So
Yeah. Whoever thinks that marriage is a bed of roses, you just got to remember roses have thorns, and sometimes you get pricked a little.
Mhm.
You bleed and you heal and you move on.
Yeah.
It's just
There's nobody that
how
can
much
get
do you
that
love the
long.
person to hang in there through good times and bad times.
Mhm.
Till death do you part. How serious are you about that?
Hey,
And
Fluff.
and I'm stuck. He's stuck with me.
Hey, there's Dee. Hey, Dee.
he,
Come up if you want. There's
I
there's a
thought
woman for wisdom.
Travis he's stuck with me too.
Yep, we're gonna
Hey,
grow old and die together.
Yeah, I just
I
don't.
said that to my ex.
That's
I
the
said the
only
same
way.
thing. I said the same thing to my ex-husband, and then we got divorced.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's
honestly,
you
I
know.
know
But
it. I just know, and I can't explain it. But
mhm,
because of our history,
yeah.
I know that we're gonna stay together until we die. It's just
Mm,
one of those kind of relationships,
Mm-hmm.
and I've already been through hell and back. And if I'm gotten through that hell and back with him, then I can make it the rest of the way. I mean,
yeah.
you just grit your teeth. It's like birthing pains, man. You grit your teeth and you don't talk for a moment, and you tell each other, "Leave me alone. Don't talk to me." And you do exactly that, and then eventually you're forgetting all about whatever it was. All in all, if one of us died, was the thing that we were mad about really all that important? And usually the answer is no.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, and
So,
it's tough. I mean, I tried, everything I could, and like I knew my ex, and he wasn't, he wasn't mean all the time. Of course, he was nice a lot of times, and he bought me stuff, and he was a good provider, and I was used to dealing with him, and um, yeah, but it was like, do I want to live the rest of my life this way? And because I did realize we always had problems. We always did.
yeah,
We we see, and it was, nobody should allow themselves to be abused,
yeah.
which
Well,
is
there's
what
only two
but
rules. There's two rules with me and Kimmy. Don't cheat on each other and don't ever hit each other. Those are
mhm.
the two rules. Those
That's
rules are
See,
broken. It's
no.
That's done.
That's low.
that's the thing that
Anything else we can get through verbal. They're just words.
it's
Sticks and stones can break my
no,
bones, but
I
words can never
all
hurt me.
no, I love you, Victoria, but I have to disagree.
I disagree with that too.
Because words hurt.
yeah, we're
Words hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They
they do
do.
And
hurt.
that was the thing. That was the thing with my ex, is that he didn't ever lay a hand on me. And what I didn't realize, what I learned later, was when he would break things and punch holes in the wall, that's abuse. That's He's trying to intimidate me and scare me. That's abuse.
But
Because he would break
I
things.
can I can understand what you're saying, Red, and believe me, I've been there. And that's when I got my backbone, and I had to say, "Hey, you're treating me like shit, and I don't deserve it." And after years of, like I said, sometimes not talking and screaming matches and all kinds of stuff we've been through, but I love him, and I know he loves me, and we got through it. I mean, now none of
I
that.
love my
It
ex
just
too.
took years of He said I nagged him to death. Well, now he says, I'm glad you nagged me to death because now I'm the man I always wanted to be.
Yeah, and he's changed. My ex changed too, and I was like, well, maybe, maybe he's getting better. What were you gonna say, Yana?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. Um, sometimes if you don't, I don't like when people like verbally like, go to you. I don't like that. But sometimes, and this is my experience, um,
Did she freeze?
what I'm
Oh
thinking
no,
about my
she froze.
She froze. Uh,
I had the verbal abuse. My ex-husband
and
used
I'm back.
verbally.
yeah, you're back. But you're kind of glitching, freezing a little bit.
No, now
Uh-oh.
she's buffering.
Well, she comes back. I'll also say, but you can also be in a relationship, and this is many relationships that I've had where things are great and there really aren't issues. There's
Mhm.
no like emotional abuse, no physical abuse, nothing of that. And then it ends, and you're like, what happened? Like it's
Mhm.
more unexpected, and you're like, what happened? And then you have to deal with that trauma from something that you thought was so good ending.
Yeah.
And that could be that the lack of communication. That underlying problems were there, but there was a lack of that getting that frustration out, fighting it out sometimes.
I would say in one of them for sure. The one from, I mean, we ended that relationship 10 years ago. That one for sure. But
Yeah,
that one was easier to get through too because the feelings for both of us had kind of gone away. It was a mutual ending, and so that one was almost easier. But there still wasn't any of that. I mean, thoughts are jumbled in my head on this, but
I tell you, 25 years and we still have issues. I think we'll
Oh,
always have issues, but
yeah,
that's
no
the
couple's
thing.
perfect.
We argue it out, we fight it out, we might get in verbal spats back and forth
Mhm.
and have to walk away and, kind of a deal and come back together later and either one or both will say we're sorry or we won't at all. We'll just move on. It's like, okay, we're going to skip this part of it and know how each other feels about it, and we won't deal with that anymore.
So
My
you disagree? You agree to disagree?
Exactly. We agree
yeah.
to disagree.
I'll have to do that with a lot of people. Like you just did with you, Victoria. I love you, but we can agree to disagree. I mean, sheesh. Everybody doesn't believe exactly the same way.
Yeah.
My parents were together 59 years, and and uh, I'll just say this. No, I'm not a doctor, but from what I learned, it was kind of recently since my separation. I learned that my dad is a narcissist. I believe my dad's a narcissist, and he was also bipolar. And he would also, when he got in his manic state, he would want to leave my mom, and he would meet someone else, and he cheated on my mom one time, but he was like he was gonna divorce her. But then when he would come out of the manic thing and um, he would go back to my mom and my mom would forgive him and I would be angry and like not want to take him back. And this is why I don't really know if my ex cheated. I think he might have because he went out of town a lot and I feel like he was a sex addict. So I feel like he did, but I never knew about it. But but he knew that that would be the one thing that I would definitely divorce him over because I mean it's even in the Bible like don't divorce except for sexual immorality. So that's what I would preach to my mom. I wanted her to divorce my dad. I was very angry at him, and so um, Yeah, but they stayed together. They got back together, and that's what she wanted, and she forgave him, which is why I learned from my mom's example on forgiving, and I
Yeah.
still feel like I am. I forgive a lot. I give people a lot of chances, but I don't give people as many chances as I used to, and I don't put up with as much. We were talking about the BS earlier.
I don't want
Don't put
him
up.
to hear me say it, but even if he did, I'd probably forgive him. I just don't want him to know that I would.
Too cute, Victoria. You're just too cute.
You're too. Sometimes that people feel.
He's out there putting a half fence up to hide his mowers behind.
Hey, Troy. Troy came in. Anybody else come in?
Hi,
Anybody
Troy.
else sneak in that I didn't see? Hi, Troy.
Joy!
So Char of Heart. Char of Heart. Hey.
Sharon.
Welcome.
Sharon, Troy, Flo.
Hildy, I
Char.
want to show you.
We have.
I want to show you a picture. Hold on.
Do what?
I want to show Hildy a picture.
Uh-oh. I didn't do it.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, that's pretty.
I love him.
You remember the lady that you was telling me about? Is
Yeah.
that her?
No, it's an older lady.
It might be the lady that owned this trailer before us then. Because that's the only little lady that I know.
Well,
Hey, Doreen.
okay.
Hi. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in, loves you.
B, I loved your messages you sent me.
You're welcome. No, you are. I only have beautiful people around me.
Yes, it's hard to
Well,
do.
I'm sorry I haven't been around. It's just, I'm echoing.
It's hard to get into a disagreement with a narcissist too, because like they don't want you to win and they get very angry and they have what's called a narcissistic injury and they want to get revenge. And so
I know
they
someone
email
like that.
people and tell them to hate on you.
Yeah, I know someone who's bipolar, schizophrenia.
I'm
and
bipolar.
No, you're nothing like he is.
That's what people, sometimes people I
You
tell
say
people they don't believe
something,
me. They're
you
like,
say
"You're
something, he
bipolar?"
gets mad real easy.
I'm a little
I
bit.
hear myself echoing. And
I'm sorry you don't like. I'm sorry if you don't like slow mode. I'm sorry. It's to slow down the It's to slow down the trolls and stuff.
yeah, that I understand.
Yeah.
You agree
And every
with
time
Red?
I would go somewhere, he would freak out. I went out for Thanksgiving with some friends one year, and he told me, he goes, I don't want you to go anywhere. I want you to stay right here. And I'm like,
Yeah, mine
why?
wouldn't
I've
say
been
that, but I just
planning
knew he didn't
this.
want me to go anywhere, and he would get mad if he would be like, "Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want."
Well, I
I knew
told
he was
him,
gonna
I
get mad
said,
about
we're
that.
not married. We're not together. So why are you getting mad at me? And then when I went, he called me 15 times, and every 5 minutes he called me.
I
And it was
wouldn't
like,
believe
dude, you got to
that. I wouldn't
stop
answer
doing
that
that.
Kiko, you better stop it.
So since I found DJ, he won't talk to me anymore
Kiko.
or anything. 'Cause I told him, I said, you know what? I'm with someone who treats me like I'm a person, not someone you could talk down to like I'm a piece of carpet.
There we go.
No,
Oh, look at the little one. Because that's the way he
it
did.
really,
He talked
really
down to me.
demoralizes you when you go through that mental and emotional and
Well,
put downs and just not feeling like that you can do anything right. Like everything I did, not good enough, and
My ex-husband did that to me. He made sure I was. He goes, "Oh, nobody will want you. Nobody will marry you. Nobody wants nothing to do with you. You're big. You're heavy. You're fat. You're this. You're that." That's what he
mine
would
told me I
do.
was too heavy when I wasn't even fat, when I was at my right weight.
Well, when I gained the weight, it was from my kids, and I was trying
That's-
to lose it,
Made
but
me
he
too.
made me feel so like I was about that tiny.
I lost
And
the weight
Yes,
in 2008,
but
but
you
I
should.
still didn't feel like I was thin. I was good enough or thin enough for him or
yeah, that's what he
anything
made
like
me feel like I wasn't good enough for anybody or good enough for half the time I never went anywhere because he would tell me all you have to do when we go to the military thing. My ex was in the military. He goes, "You just sit down, don't say a word. You just keep your mouth shut." And the kids and I, we would just stay in the background, wouldn't say a word
that. Mhm.
because he made me out to be a bad person to his friends.
Out of all that portion that I would like to see.
Michael, man, we haven't
With
heard a
their
lot from you. You've been so quiet. I haven't asked you. I'm sorry.
Just been listening.
Give us your wisdom.
My wisdom on which.
What would you be looking for in a significant other? What would be a deal breaker?
Cheating.
Hmm?
Cheating.
Yeah.
I broke trust and
Yeah. That would be a deal breaker for me too.
even when I gave him a second and third chance and still did it.
Mm.
Yeah, knocked her up.
So Kenneth has dropped the link for our best friend.
I have to go. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Victoria.
Bye, Vicky.
I
I
miss
like
you.
what Doreen said.
I agree with
That's a woman
Doreen.
who knows herself. I like that.
I'm not looking.
No, that's it.
I like my independence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like my independence too, so I don't know. But y'all know me. I like men too. Hey, my
Oh,
male viewership is up. I'm really thanks guys. It used
hey
to be
V, I got
the male
something for you.
talking now.
I got something for you, V.
Are you finishing the show on a sweet note?
Ooh, what kind of Oreos are those?
That's
Chocolate
the
Oreos?
dark. That's the dark chocolate.
Wait, hold them up
Hildy,
I
again.
found.
you are the
Hold them up
chocolate
again.
queen.
Oh,
She's
dark
the
chocolate.
chocolate queen.
Okay.
I just found it at Walmart 2 days ago. This
No
is
more cookie
new.
aisle for you. No more chocolate aisle for you, young lady.
I know I got too much right here as it is.
She's stocking up already for Halloween. I swear she is.
I
Ooh,
don't do
let's put,
Halloween.
let's put
I
you on.
don't do
People.
Halloween.
Ooh,
Chewy
Good
with
cookie.
Reese's.
See, I had these.
Oh my
I
god.
love your chewy cookies, and I found them with Reese's today.
Those look yummy.
Don't tell me
And
I'm
I
with
have
you because
I
I'm
have
with
a jar of Reese's.
Yeah, I'm with Michael Ann. I didn't see it. I really didn't see it. I can't. Look, we'll let Frederick look at that. Here, enjoy.
Okay.
Frederick. He doesn't want to see this. You protect me.
I asked for that package of Reese's.
Those look good too. Yeah.
Look,
See, I was
you're
like
freaking
that
out.
pineapple. I
You're
didn't know
freaking
what
out,
pineapple
Frederick.
was.
I was at Walmart with my son earlier. One cookie about this big was a keto cookie. It was 10 grams of carbs or something like that.
Ooh.
$3.58 or something for one cookie. That was
You
this
can make
big.
it yourself, people.
That's an expensive
Oh, I
cookie.
got one that I'm getting ready to make tomorrow. It's called triple chocolate or double chocolate cookie. I have a cookie sheet that makes cookies.
Oh,
Makes cookies.
I'm bringing peanut butter, P.
It's a cookie sheet, and the sides are around like for a cookie. It's a cookie sheet.
Thank you guys for coming in. We're at the 2-hour mark. We're going to do a raid to Forever Best Friend. Tell
go
them
get some
Red
milk.
sent you. Kenneth dropped the link.
All I'm gonna say is we gotta share some love with the new people, and they're on Charlie Grace's.
Ah, really? Cool.
I'm just gonna give you. That's all I'm gonna give you. That's your little crumb.
Oh, it is. We love you, guys.
We love you guys.
Good night.
Good night.
And thank you, everybody, for coming in.
And whoever's in Ontario, can't wait to see you at ON 21.
That's going to be exciting. I wish I could go.
I went
Be sure to
21 noon
film.
on Saturday.
Woo
All
woo!
Fort
right.
Bruce.
Go live, you guys, if you can.
We'll try. I'm trying to